What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconerizone for another daily news video, where we're gonna talk about the one of the best midfielders in Europe at the moment, and he is being super honest, and he's making clear that we are gonna make a move in the summer in that midfield area. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification. Also, match day 2 predictions from me and Julian coming out, and Julian's Juve player rating so far in the World Cup is also coming out on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. And let's get into today's news. And we start off, like I said, with one of the best midfielders in Europe at the moment. It's Rabiot, and he spoke, and he is being super honest. And I saw people, be upset with it. I respect it. He's being super honest. He's not, making too much about it. He's saying what it is, and I think you gotta respect that. Like, he's just telling you what he thinks, and if a lot of players do that in these situations, I think it would be much better. But he said a contract extension, or he was asked about it. He said with Juve, he said, I don't know. It's not the time to talk about it. Then he goes on to talk about it. These performances these performances helped me to get a move, but also to discuss the renewal with Juve. I'm focused on the World Cup as for now. It's not helping to get a new deal with Juve. Like, it's just not. Like, the the club is not gonna offer him 10 mil. Like, what he's on now is already too much. I keep saying it, in my opinion. Even the way he's playing now, but the previous years, you'd not be playing like this. Like, if he was the moment he has now, if he had that moment in those previous years, and then he took a little dip for a year, and he comes back to this form, you're like, okay, he went to a bad patch. It happens with players, whatever. That may be okay, but the form he's having now in the previous years, it's not even comparable. Like, it's not even close. It's far away from each other. So nothing points towards, hey, he's gonna have the same season, or like what he's now. He's gonna replicate that in the coming years. Let's say a 3-year deal on 10 mil. I think it's more unlikely than likely going off history. So he thinks it's helping him, to help talks with Juve. I don't think it's helping. I don't think it's helping him, us. I mean, it's helping him, but not to get a deal with us, but with another team. Nico Shira said the Premier League clubs are in. His mom is asking for 10 mil. I think it's pretty obvious where we are heading, in which direction we are heading with this scenario, or with this situation, and it's not heading in a direction that he's gonna stay with us. As we are speaking, Serbia are playing. I have it on, and the player we're linked with is Milinkovic Savic, and I'll take it. If you can take him to replace Rabiot, I'll take it any day of the week. That's just my opinion, but I think Rabiot was gone. I hope he performs. Like, if he's playing for a new deal, good for him. I hope he keeps it up until the end of the season. Like, I hope he keeps scoring, getting assists. That's good news for us. Good news for him. Good news for us, because it will get us points throughout the season. That's what I want. That's the only thing I'm asking for. Same for Sandro or Cuadrado. I hope they perform until the end of the season. It's helping us, but we need to move on. So that's that. He's being honest. I respect it. I think we know that. I think this is very clear, in my opinion. I will be absolutely shocked if we give him a new deal and he accepts what we are, trying to give him. But that's it. Let's move on to the second big bit of news. It's Rugani. It's from Gazzetta dello Sport. Giovanni Albanese saying that Sampdoria will make a move to sign Rugani on loan this January. I don't see it happening. If we don't get a replacement, then we're already short. We've seen it. I don't think it's gonna happen. I will be absolutely stunned if we let Rugani go on free. I'm expecting him to leave the club in the summer with 1 year left on the deal. I think that's probably gonna be the end of it. But for now, I just don't see it. Unless we make a move for a center back, which at the moment, going off news, is very unlikely. We're doing that in January, and I hope not, because I don't think you can get that player we need for the coming 4 or 5 years in January. I think that's something to worry about. in the summer when the Bonucci situation, all those things come up. But for me, I think it's unlikely that we're gonna let Rugani go on loan. Just purely because of numbers and injuries, all those things. Gatti is still a bit hit and miss in games. He has good games, he has bad moments. So I doubt that Allegri will say, yeah, let Rugani go. No matter what we think about Rugani, I don't think Allegri is going to be happy to let Rugani go on loan without a replacement coming in. So that's that. Then we have some Milik news from Tutto Sport saying Juve are seriously, it's said seriously, considering to activate the 7 million buy option to sign Milik. 7 million is not a lot of money. He's also not on big wages, but you also have Keane. I need to see what's going to happen in the summer. I need to see which direction we're going in. We're probably going to buy Keane. I want to see how Keane does from now until the end of the summer. What are you going to do with the Di Maria situation? What formation are you going to play? Because you have Vlahovic, you have Keane, and you have Milik. That's 3. Do we need 3? I don't want to see Keane on the wing, to be honest. Or like if we play in a 4-3-3, I'm not a big fan of it. So I need to see from now until the end of the summer what we are trying to do. And then maybe 7 mil is not a lot for the backup. He's also not on big wages. It's not the end of the world, but I need to see what we're gonna do. And I think it's gonna be more a yes than a no, because like I said, you need to replace Di Maria, Quadrado, Alexandro, a defender, Rabiot. You need to replace him. You need to spend a lot of money in the summer. Zakaria, Arthur coming back. You need to solve those solutions. So maybe 7 mil is a no-brainer for the club in terms of, okay, it's cheap, let's do it. But let's see how that will develop. I think it's a bit too early to say yes, they're gonna do it, or yes, do it. But that's that. Then we have a Locatelli update saying he will return to the Continassa today. The player wants to be in top shape and ready for the restart. The player will follow a personal program. Chiesa will return to the Continassa before December 6th. Pogba will return when the break is over on December 6th. We play, I forgot the date. Is it the 16th of December, 17th? We play Arsenal in a friendly game. I think we need that. You need to test Chiesa, Pogba. You need to check his fitness. But it's good that they're coming back. We need them. We need them fit, especially Chiesa and Pogba in the second part. We need them fit. So let's see how that will go. Because we're kind of desperate for players. Like the injury record is insane. So it's just hoping that everyone will be fit for the second part, because we're gonna need them. We're gonna need them all. And then we're gonna end up with Dani Alves, who spoke. I just brought it up because. I will read it out first. He said that Juve team, and he was talking in that season, 2016-17, when we went to the final against Real Madrid, that Juve was a team that structurally was made to defend. I would push, but ended up conflicting with the idea of the team, and that's why I didn't play as much as I would have liked. You have to choose the appropriate player for the needs of the team. First of all, you know which team we are when you are joining, like you do your research. So that's complete bullshit, I don't know what he's trying to say there. He was great in the Champions League for us. In the league, he wasn't good. Like he didn't care. Let's be completely honest. And he can criticize, and I will come to that later. But in the league, he wasn't. He didn't care when he played in the league. He wasn't that good. Like it was clearly he came, he played in the Champions League. He played well, especially in the second part of the Champions League. In the knockout stages, he played very well. But like you join the team, you know what team you're joining, so don't complain after that. Like it's that simple. Like if Neymar comes to Juve and after 1 month he said, "Oh, this is not how we play. We don't play fluid football." I'm like, I don't care, buddy. Like you cannot complain. You joined this team. You knew what we are. You cannot come in and be like, "Hey, what happened?" Like you know what team you're joining. So weird statement, but what I do give him credit for, or like agree with, you need to sign players. You don't need to get players and then try to shape them in something they're not. And we've seen it. There are rumors about certain players being, pushed in a different role or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a big fan of it. I made it very clear many times. I don't like it. Just play the players in the position they can play, because that's when you get the best out of it. That's just my opinion. But that's Dani Alves. It is what it is. He's wrong in certain aspects, but I think he's right in other aspects. But it's done. He's gonna speak a few more times because he's gonna be asked about it every now and then. But it is what it is. But that's today's daily news video, transfer news video, whatever you want to call it. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. Stay tuned for all the latest content we are planning to do. And yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Ciao, guys.